When you're in high demand, you need to work fast. That's why you need a landscape tool that makes the most of your time. Introducing the all-new line of Power Rakes from Frontier, built to make you more productive and more profitable. Frontier Power Rakes work on all types of soil, from hard clay to wet soil, even rocky and washed out land. Use it on ballparks to smooth out infields, or use it to renovate existing turf. Clear rocks and debris, and prepare bare ground for seed or sod. Make drainage grades. Maintain dirt or gravel roads. You can even use it as a dethatcher for rejuvenating tired lawns. Whatever the job, Frontier Power Rakes make it quick and easy, saving you time and money, enabling you to move on to the next job faster. The PR1160 is a 5-foot model that can be run on an 18 to 35 PTO horsepower tractor with a Category 1 hitch. The PR1172 is a 6-foot model that can be run on 30 to 40 PTO horsepower tractors with a Category 1 hitch. The PR1184 is a 7-foot model that can be run on 42 to 80 PTO horsepower tractors with Category 1 or Category 2 hitches. The PR1184F is a 7-foot flex model that can be run on 42 to 80 PTO horsepower tractors with Category 1 or Category 2 hitches. The flex model offers the ability to control the horizontal pitch of the roller. This feature is found only on the 7-foot flex model and is controlled by the operator through an electrical control box at the seat of the tractor. The rake is designed for the professional landscaper who's working with multiple grade slopes or needs to cut light drainage lines to control runoff. It's laser compatible for the professional that needs to specifically set their grade for such purposes as athletic fields, concrete subbase, and more. Whether on a construction site or an existing lawn, the Frontier Power Rake is the perfect tool for creating perfect seed beds. It combines 4 landscaping tools into one. No need to haul 4 implements to the job site. Now you just have one, and no need to waste time switching between tools. Best of all, these Frontier Power Rakes are backed by John Deere, the most trusted name in farm, ranch, and landscape equipment. To help you choose the right Frontier Power Rake, talk to your local John Deere dealer, your exclusive source of Frontier equipment.
The Frontier Power Box Rake is really a quite simple design. You have your PTO power that comes into your gearbox, is transferred through a side slip clutch and into a sealed oil bath drive chain case. There, the power is transferred through the chain to the roller with the solid carbide teeth. Your Frontier Power Box Rake utilizes a sealed oil bath drive. This means that your chain is constantly lubricated and is always in a clean environment. There is also chain tension idlers on the chain system, which keeps your chain constantly taut so that you don't have slapping effect in your chain drive. Due to the extreme nature of the Frontier Power Box Rakes, each rake is built with heavy-duty triple sealed bearings. Each bearing has a special heat-treated protector collar that protects it from getting damage from wire, debris, twine, that type of thing on your job site. Again, due to the extreme nature of the Frontier Power Box Rake, we use solid carbide tip teeth. These teeth are seated in a heat-treated, strengthened steel base. The Frontier Power Box Rake performs the box raking in conjunction with the box end plates and the flexible barrier. The barrier we use is adjustable, which will allow you to operate in various soil conditions. The barrier is quite stiff, yet flexible enough, enabling you to control, deflect, and direct material such as tree roots and rebar, passing it through without compromising or stressing the driveline components. One of the very important features of a power rake is the caster wheels. Through the caster arm and the caster fork, we have a very strong wheel hub. And what that does is it keeps your power rake stable throughout your job site. And that allows you to cut high spots down, low spots, fill in low spots, those types of things. And basically keeping your rake true to setting your grade. Without the caster wheels, this would be impossible to do. One unique feature of the Frontier Power Box Rake is that it can angle 15 degrees side to side. This allows the operator to direct material from one side or the other as necessary. It also allows the operator to windrow trash and debris to the side while the material that you desire to keep on site passes through the barrier onto the seed bed. This is accomplished by the use of the hydraulic cylinder. This angles the rake 15 degrees side to side, directing material where you need it. Another important feature of a power box rake are the box end plates. Not only do they need to be built very strong and durable, but you have to be able to maneuver them easily, taking them off when you want to windrow material out that side, putting them back on, those types of things without any tools or wrenches. The Frontier Power Box Rake, all the operator needs to do is simply pull a pin, pull the end plate off, and lift it off its holder. The other important thing about box end plates is not only that they need to be able to be taken on and off easily, but when you angle the power box rake, you don't want that end plate turning and working like a plow. So what we do is we have a dual position end plate so that when the rake is angled, you don't have it going straight. You can open it up, and that way the end plate will run true with your rake. The end plates, when they're not in use, can easily be stored on the back of the rake. The key to versatility of the Frontier Power Box Rake are the removable box ends. When in place, the box ends will allow the operator to pull the material from high spots into low spots, to mix in other soil amendments, or to simply drag trash, rock, and other debris off the job site. The box ends also are designed to get you a little closer to a foundation or a sidewalk like you see here, and save you that extra hand raking that may have been required. One of the convenient features of a power box rake is what we call the jack stand. With that, you can hook up and unhook your rake very easily just by pulling the pin and lowering the jack stand into place. That'll allow you to back up to your rake when you're ready to hook up to it, lift it up, and then position your jack stand back in place. Another convenient feature is the manual holder mounted on each Frontier Power Box Rake. This is a weatherproof holder that allows you to keep your manual with your rake at all times. Proper setup of the Frontier Power Box Rake is absolutely critical in the successful operation of the rake. With the rake running at a 2-inch depth level, the operator wants to make sure that the chain case cover is running perpendicular to the ground. To do that, you'll adjust your center link on your 3-point in conjunction with your gauge wheels on the rear of the rake. Again, with your chain case running perpendicular to the ground, make sure that your end plates are running parallel to the ground, not tipping too far forward or too far back. To begin setup of the Frontier Power Box Rake, we're going to raise our wheels up and get them out of the way as shown here. Then we're going to inspect the 3-point to make sure that it's carrying the weight of the rake equally. Okay, in this instance, it's quite obvious that the rake is leaning to the right. So what we're going to do to correct that is we're going to adjust our right 3-point linkage and get the rake back to level. Now that we've adjusted our right linkage arm to get the weight set right on the 3-point, we're going to focus on setting our caster wheels. And by doing that, we remove the top link of your 3-point, and with the lower 2 links, we can raise and lower the rake to get the chain case perpendicular with the ground. Now the rake has been dropped down to the ground, the caster wheels have been dropped down and secured in place. To see now that we've got our wheels set where we want them, the operator is going to raise and lower the rake with the top link out. This will rotate the weight of the rake back to the wheels and should lift the roller up evenly. If the roller doesn't lift evenly across the whole width of the rake, the operator is then going to adjust this wheel until the roller comes up nice and level. As you can see, we're working in some pretty moist soil here. We got some rain the other day and we haven't had a lot of hot weather to naturally dry this site out. Well, what we want you to understand is that shouldn't slow you down. With the FrontierPowerRake, what we want to do is open up the barrier all the way. We're wanting to get air into that mud so that we can get that dried out as soon as possible. We're not worried about our final grade yet. We're not worried about our seed bed yet. But with the FrontierRake, what we're doing is we're going to turn this soil, so probably by this afternoon we'll be able to start creating a seed bed. Alright, what we've done here is we've turned the topsoil, loosened it up so we can get some air into it. Like I said, it's been pretty wet out here, but it's drying out a lot faster than I thought. At the same time, what we were doing is we were cutting down the high spots and we were windrowing off what trash was left on the site from the contractors. As you can see, we've gotten quite a few rock out, 2x4s, and brush. But to enable us to do that, what we did was on the FrontierRake, we closed the barrier back down. Remember, we opened it up when we were turning the soil. Now what we did was we closed it down so we can contain that material. We also put our box end plates on the front so we can hang on to that material and bring it down, get it off the site so that we can manage it later. Now what you've just seen is what we call the Skim Pass. We skim the whole lot, just the depth of the tooth. And what we're doing there is we're setting our final grade. If you notice while I was running, I never adjusted my 3-point. I dropped it down to the depth that I wanted, just the depth of the tooth, and I basically planed the whole lot off. And also, as you might have noticed, I came down to the end of the lot, left my 3-point right where it was, and I left the roller turning as it was when I was going forward. I simply just back up, bring another line down, and I plane the whole lot off that way. What I'm seeing today is where we're at now. I'm really happy with the soil conditions, although we're still a little bit wet, still a little muddy. We're breaking the soil down to a real nice homogeneous particle size, and that's what we want. We want to have a nice uniform particle size, but we don't want to have powder. We want to have particles that are uniform, that'll give us our best seed bed growth. This site here, as you can see, is pretty well set for grade. It's a little bit moist yet, so what we'll do is we're going to go for lunch right now, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do one more skim pass just to break it down, give it a little more time to dry. Okay, we're here on the boulevard. I wanted to show you the versatility of the Frontier Power Box Rake. We had a tremendous amount of overgrowth here of weeds. The ground was unlevel. And traditionally what a landscaper would do would come in, mow it, spray it, and then have to wait 6-7 days for it to die before he'd come in with a tiller or a box scraper, that type of thing. Well, a lot of times you don't have the time to do that. The one great thing about the Frontier Power Box Rake is you don't have to wait those days. You can get in, about 15 minutes is what we spent on this area, and we've taken everything out at the root level. We've got a beautiful seed bed, nice homogeneous size of seed bed, and we're basically ready to come in and seed this. So what you get with a Frontier Power Box Rake is versatility. We finished this site. We've gone from a wet, rough grade to a seedbed ready site. As you can see, we've got our final grade set. We've taken our debris out. We've milled our subsoil and produced a beautiful uniform particle size seedbed.
Power Rakes from Frontier, built to make you more productive and more profitable. From hard clay to wet soil, even rocky and washed out land. Clear rocks and debris and prepare bare ground for seed or sod. Make drainage grades. Maintain dirt or gravel roads. Use it on ballparks to smooth out infields, or use it to renovate existing turf. You can even use it as a dethatcher for rejuvenating tired lawns. Whatever the job, Frontier Power Rakes make it quick and easy, saving you time and money. Talk to your local John Deere dealer, your exclusive source of Frontier equipment.